is an alien transmission.
And this is originating from where, exactly?
It's local. Triton.
Recall the captain. Tell him that he's needed.
He's still on administrative leave from the incident.
That no longer matters. He's the only one qualified to command the prototype Vindicator.
The last of the crew and supplies should be coming over to you shortly, Captain. Time to get started. Star Control is ordering you to travel to Triton and investigate the alien radio signal that's originating there. It's just a series of regular pulses at 1.42 gigahertz. That's the hydrogen line, in case you've forgotten your radio astronomy. Some very excitable men in glasses are pretty sure if aliens ever try contacting us, they'll do it on that frequency. They are substantially less certain why aliens might be on one of Neptune's moons, though. Scan its surface from orbit. If you find the signal, send one of your ship's landers down to the surface to examine it further. If it is an alien, you are ordered to not die and tell us right away. If you believe it's safe to do so, yes. Just please be careful, Captain. Not entirely. Their departure is the whole reason we have a Star Control in the first place. Your mission to Triton takes priority, but if you do discover anything concerning the Lexites, you should tell us right away. We still have no idea. For post-humans, or whatever they call themselves, they sure didn't talk about themselves as much as us original versions like to. We've combed over their facility on the moon hoping to find some hints, but haven't found anything. They never seemed to be upset with us, or expressed any great unhappiness with their situation on Earth. Which is maybe surprising considering some of the abuse they took. My theory? They got bored with us. Bored with human affairs. Maybe bored of our smell. After they left Earth in 2085, we know they set up on the moon for a short while, but that was just a staging area. So they're out there somewhere. Well, they're essentially human, so yes? But even during the chaos of their exodus, when they were stealing our launch craft, they went to great lengths to avoid harming anyone. Still, they obviously have access to technology we've never even contemplated. If you do run into them, be careful, Captain. Sure, Captain. You've already forgotten how to captain a starship, Captain? That's not a good sign. What do you want to know? You use your thrusters to fly forward and steer. Knowing your fondness of old computers, you probably have configured your maneuvering thrusters to be the left and right cursor keys, and thrust will be the up key. braking maneuvers typically require you to turn the entire ship around and thrust in the opposite direction. That's the basics, at least. If you want to refresh your combat maneuvering skills, you can visit the training facility at Ceres as well. Your ship's computer will automatically put the ship into a safe orbit of any planet in the solar system once you get close enough to it. Scanning the planet from orbit will reveal items and resources of interest, as well as potential landing zones you can send your landing craft to. We have limited resources here right now, Captain. We used up a lot rushing the construction of that vessel. If you find raw materials on any worlds in the system, you can return with them here. We'll calculate what they're worth and present this to you as resource units, or RU. You can use RU to purchase new components for your ship. We have limited resources here right now. If you find raw materials, you can use RU to purchase new components. Hope that helps, Captain. Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive ship humanity has ever made, Captain. Try not to lose it. It's also equipped with our latest resource collection landers, which I would encourage you to make heavy use of. We used up a lot of materials to make that thing. If we want to make any more Vindicator-class vessels, we're going to need you to collect the resources to do it. Looks like you've got everything stowed away now, Captain. You're all set. Good luck, and please hurry. There are a lot of people down on Earth anxious to find out what's going on.
Captain, we've located the source of the radio signal. It looks like there's a crashed ship down there. We should take a lander down to investigate. Resource collected. Press tab to view your inventory and fleet status screen.
You actually came. I can't tell you how sweaty we are to see you. Your friends? Maybe? I am Chief Viscosity Officer Windu of the Tyrone. You think it's nice to meet me? That's a wonderful change from the usual disgust and contempt we receive when meeting new species. It's a funny story. You'll like it. It starts with these guys called the Scrive. They're the ones who shot us down. They're kind of our friends. That makes so much sense when you say it that way. We're actually trying to protect you from the Scrive. We began receiving your radio transmissions about 50 years ago. You're a fascinating species. And because we knew the Scrive would destroy you if they found you, we've been keeping you a secret from them. At least we were. Until a few months ago. The Scrive had evidently received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves. They dropped some pretty terrifying hints that they were looking for you. We were on our way here to stall them, which we did, by getting shot down by them. Hence the distress call. That's a fair point. Still, what's a few favors between friends? Well, let me explain. The Scrive are looking for you in this area of space. They don't know exactly where you are, but they will find you. Not a lot of humans are going to survive that process. The good news is, we can help you. If you help us first. Most of our systems were squished when we dropped out of hyperspace. Our hyperwave radio was one of them. which is why we had to call for help the old-fashioned way. Also, half of our entire ship fell off. Now, we might actually be able to repair all that damage, but we will definitely need that other half of our spaceship back. We can? I don't want to bore you with all the little technical details. Simply put, we are really good at our jobs here. It went down on a planet somewhere in your solar system. I'm not sure where precisely. All planets look the same when you're crying. Though if I had to guess, I'd say it was around one of your larger, bluer worlds. Also, we lost a couple of hyperdrive modules. We'll definitely need those if we want to not starve to death far from home. Those definitely went down somewhere in your inner solar system. I know this is a lot to ask. But finding all of this shouldn't be a problem for a ship with both its halves. You want to learn more about us? I have never been moister. What do you want to know, best friend? They're the dominant species in this part of the galaxy. Or at least the part of the galaxy we know about. When we first reached the stars, it was the Scribe that met us and forcefully included us into their empire. Because we knew the Scribe would wipe you out if they found you, we've often kept a ship in the area to steer them away if they came by. Don't even bother checking out that yellow star, we'd say. Not a great plan, I realize, as I say it out loud. But it was never an issue. They actually don't care that much what happens in this neighborhood. Until just recently, anyways. Entirely unselfish reasons, you could be sure of that. Honestly, once we started watching your shows and writing fan fiction for your shows, and then taking that fan fiction a bit too far for your shows, we could hardly just sit back and do nothing. We joined the Empire about 600 years ago. The Scribe have changed a lot since then. These days, they're really more into exterminating new species they encounter. No doubt! Which is why they will definitely kill you all first. Yeah, we don't much like talking about them either. Spying makes it sound so creepy. I mean, it is creepy. It just doesn't have to sound that way. We prefer to call it potential friend oversight. No, that was you. We just watched. Some humans went into the woods and came out walking funny, and they made all that up as an excuse. We never had anything to do with that. No matter how much we wanted to talk to you, and hug you, and hold you, and cuddle you, until you could travel the stars for yourselves, it was safest if we just left you alone. The Scribe have sort of left us in charge of this part of their empire. Though not in a way which gives us any actual authority. But that is how we found you, about 50 years ago. We thought about contacting you. A lot. But experience has taught us that it's wise not to interfere with aliens before they're ready. Mostly, we just watched your television shows. You're a lot shorter in person. Did you know that? Of course. So, will you help? Great! We'll give you so many hugs if you manage to succeed. Great!
Sir, we're detecting an unidentified object on the surface. We may want to send a lander down to investigate. This looks like the part of the ship that friendly slug is missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
Does not match patterns for any authorized sentient being. EM broadcast detected. Spectrum analysis. Technological development level T3. 2D image in broadcast identified. Processing. Facial edge discrimination does not match known sentience in this sector. You are not a Tyrant. Who are you? Remain where you are. A scribe legate has been notified of your unauthorized existence and is approaching this sector now. Hold. Transmission incoming. New orders received. Local fleet probe vessel 0 will clear system of unauthorized organic vessels. Continue to remain where you are.
Captain, this planet is well beyond our ability to land on. We'll need to find some way to improve our lander technology to have a hope of safely exploring the surface here. Captain, we're detecting movement on the surface. Looks like some kind of robotic drones. It might be dangerous to send the lander down unarmed. Captain, it's going to be too dangerous entering this place until all these drones are dead or asleep or... well, they probably don't need sleep, do they? Just dead, then. Captain, this is the lunar facility the Lexites settled after they first left Earth. We've sent surveyors here before, and I don't think much has changed since then. Not from all the dust I can see. It doesn't look like the Lexites were here long after they arrived in 2085. This was just a staging area they used before traveling elsewhere. No idea where they went after this, but you know that as well as I do. Finding them is why we have a star control in the first place. Captain, there's something powering on here. Blinking lights, humming sounds. There's a computer screen turning on. It says, "Threat to remnants detected. Lander self-defense technology ready to be used. Insert uranium to power." There's a slot in the device here. Do we have any uranium we can feed this thing? I don't keep that on me. We'll have to come back later then, or ignore this entirely. Your call, Captain. Sir, we're detecting 2 unidentified objects on the surface of Mars. Is this something to do with the Lexites, or something else entirely? This looks like part of an alien spaceship, Captain. I bet this is one of the hyperdrive modules those aliens are missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now. This looks like part of an alien spaceship, Captain. I bet this is one of the hyperdrive modules those aliens are missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
You're back. How was Triton, Captain? What? Well, it sounds like you did the right thing offering to help, Captain. Our exobiologists have been studying the recordings of your conversation with the alien. Based on their word choice, blinking, and overall clamminess levels, we believe that this one was genuinely in fear for his life. So we've come to a conclusion. We want you to help them. This is too great an opportunity to pass up. Given what you've just told us about this scribe probe, it sounds like this is a pretty credible threat. Yeah, we've seen the playback of your visit there. Look, Captain, finding out what happened to the Lexites is important. We can hardly ignore the original mission of Star Control. But recent events have rather overtaken things, wouldn't you say? We already knew about the facility on the moon. Your orders were to assist that alien on Triton. Investigate the Lexite ruins when you have time. I'm not sure that's now. Uranium? Do you have any idea how much paperwork needs to be done to bring radioactive materials into orbit? It would take years, Captain. That's not a joke. You'll have better luck finding that yourself. You've got resource collection landers. Use them. You'll probably be able to find that on Mercury. Or maybe Io. You've already forgotten how to captain a starship, Captain? That's not a good... What do you want to know? We have limited resources here right now, Cap. If you find raw materials on... You can use RU to purchase new components for... Hope that helps, Captain. Oh? Like what? I guess that's starship driving for you. Unfortunately, things are a little tight around here. We've used up almost every resource we had making that ship of yours. Even making payroll has been challenging. I have not been too popular around here lately. Return here with any resources you find on your trip. We'll use advanced space accounting practices to determine what we can build with them. This will all be presented to you as resource units, or RU, which you can then exchange for fuel or other supplies. Is there anything else? Good luck, Captain.
Captain, the weather on this planet will make landing very difficult. We'll need better landers to manage it.
Our new probable friends came back. Did you get everything we need to repair our vessel? You did? That's not good. Did you tell them we were here? Well, now that sounds extremely not good. Like I said, if you help us repair our ship, we might be able to help you deal with these scribe. So, have you found everything we need to repair our vessel? Great! Now we can fix our ship. It worked! We've repaired the hull damage and restored power to our propulsion systems. It will take another minute or so to get our defensive systems online. So please, don't murder us! Great! So, my new damp chum, why don't we head back to Earth? You can introduce us to your parents and leaders. We can tell them what we've told you. Or we could just hang out. Most definitely. But we have procedures to minimize the health-related risks of contact with alien species. Meeting aliens is not new to us, human. Hooray!
or anywhere else. Who are you to tell us where we might be? Savage. This star is the property of the Scribe Empire. Savage. Do you need more proof of your barbarity? How about the destruction of our innocent probe? Do not attempt to hide it. We saw the weapons blink as we approached this system. We see the wreckage now. When I communicate the details of our encounter to Scribe Seat, they will be most displeased at the loss of our equipment. I suspect you are the ones that Taiwan have been hiding from us. Who knew they were filled with such deceit? We thought it was just ooze. That Taiwan, the one cowering in the shadow of your vessel, we will destroy it as well, along with all the rest of the Taiwan. Why do you ask? Do you think you can stop me? Pitiful fool.
Whoa, where did that come from? That's a rhetorical question, actually. I know exactly where that came from. A bad, bad place. We're still repairing our weapon systems, so we won't be able to help you, which is a shame because we really, really wanted to do that. Good luck! You did great, best friend. You are so awesome. And sexy. What? I think it was you that said something. Of course. And it's not just a humanity-saving deal now. It's also a Taiwan-saving deal. I don't know if you caught it, but that scribe did just threaten to kill all Taiwan everywhere. That's not gonna go over well back home. But first, let's go to Earth. I imagine your leaders will want to talk about this. And when you get here, we have something we need to give you.
You survived! So I see. So, we're definitely not alone in this universe. We've suspected as much for a while. Those weird caves on Ceres, the scraps of distant radio signals, all those missing giraffes. But this proves it. There are aliens out there. Including some pretty mean ones. These scribes sound terrifying. I don't know if allied is the right word. Wimdu claims the scribes sometimes integrate new aliens into their empire as vassal states of some kind. And if what Wimdu says is true about their current attitude to young alien species, obliterated sounds like the more likely fate they'll have planned for us. But your successful engagement with them lends us hope that we might not be completely defenseless. A shame it had to come to that. No one woke up today wanting a war with a race of murderous space centaurs. We'll begin preparing a defensive fleet right away. Still, there's a lot about this situation that we don't know. What do you think of this Wimdu? Do you trust him, Captain? You're lucky then. He kept trying to hug me. But it doesn't look like we can afford to turn down any friends at this point. The Taiwan have graciously offered to install something on your ship. They call it a hyperspace module. With it, you'll apparently be able to travel faster than the speed of light. We want you to go with the Taiwan to his home planet and request an alliance with his people. If this works, we'll be sending actual diplomats later to handle the details. But Wimdu has insisted that you make the first gesture. I think he has a bit of a crush on you. And you did save one of their ships. The Taiwan will trust you more than any other human. Moreover, you wouldn't be in command of that ship if you weren't smart, diplomatic, and adaptable. Plus, you've passed all the sanity tests. We've helped patch up the Taiwan ship. They've requested you travel with them to their homeworld in the Alpha Repeculae system. Head there right away. Then, if you can, negotiate an alliance between the Taiwan and Earth. After that, see what other information you can gather about the Scribe and the galaxy around us. Paying particular attention to the parts of the galaxy that want to destroy us. We need to get up to speed quickly here. According to Wimdu, Alpha Repeculae is a short distance away by hyperdrive. You should have plenty of fuel to make it there and back. If you want to offload any minerals you've collected or refuel now, I suppose you can do that. Is there anything else? Good luck, Captain.
To activate our hyperdrive, just approach the edge of the solar system. It'll engage automatically.
It's the humans! Don't shoot. We mean you no harm. Wimdu has asked us to come patrol your system for a bit, until your people are capable of protecting it for yourselves. Which will take a long time, I hope. You'll be seeing a lot of us. Anyways, you should head over to our homeworld at Alpha Repiculae right away. Would you believe that all humans look pretty much the same to us? Rest assured, I am a completely different Taiwan. And the next Taiwan, as eerily similar as he or she might look, will also be completely different. Are you really going to go there? You're not just saying you will, so we stay there all day waiting for you? Because we've had that happen.
It looks like our new hyperdrive came with a navigational system, Captain. Let's open up the map now by pressing Tab and use the search feature to find our way to Alpha Repiculae.
You have arrived. We have waited for you for a long time. We have been watching. We have never met before, but you know us. Of course we do. We have chosen this appearance because it is exactly what you expect an alien to look like. We always intended we would be the first to contact you. Events, however, have overtaken our intentions. The Taiwan are amateurs at watching you. We have a very particular interest in you. Discussing it now would complicate this conversation. You may know that we have watched you for several thousand years, and that is all that you may know. We did not expect you to find us for some time yet. Events have accelerated. Your Lexites saw it. They took a different path, a darker path. But they are not our concern. Our bond is only with you. The Lexites are not our concern. We don't know where they have gone, but here you are. Sooner than expected, yet almost too late. Because you are still incredibly immature. You are still many years away from being able to naturally make use of hyperspace yourselves. Yet here you are, thanks to the intervention of the Taiwan. The most pressing threat you probably perceive is the Scribe. They are a real threat. Though threats come in varying degrees, more are coming. The Spur is aflame. The Eight are no more, and the Precursors have abandoned us. In time it will. But when that time comes, heed these words. Your path is not guarded by rails. Following familiar beats will lead to peril. If you sense your journey has been taken many times before, then beware. The obvious, unthinking path will give you no reward. Because we are. You don't like that. Of course you don't. The memory of this sensation has not been lost to us. Yes, we are speaking down to you. We have both taken different paths to this point in the manifold. We have simply seen more. Our technology is so far advanced from yours, we could take any form we choose. We could be angels, or demons, or little green men. We could be you. The object near here is a space station left behind by a race of aliens who have long departed from this facet. Their true name is not known to any of your peers. Precursors is a common handle in this facet and others. Their artifacts, like this space station, will not work for your peers, but they will work for you, because we have activated them for you. We are not peers of the precursors. They are beyond even us, as they have often shown. But we have seen enough to know some of their tricks. Use these stations. They will be a great asset to you. Their caretakers are unique, but this is typical of precursor technology. It is time for us to go. Very few of my kind remain in true space. Advise we can, but defend we cannot. If you need advice on where to go next, Proxima Centauri is famously not far. The moon of Calf's there contains many valuable resources these star bases can make use of. Beyond that, do not worry. This will not be the last time we talk. You will be fine. Explore, talk, fight. Be human.
Greek, Sixu, Fringy, hello, 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 hello. Calibration complete. Natural language interaction now possible with hit rate of 99.5 honk donk %. Recalibrating. 60. One moment, checking proper motion of calibration stars. This facility has been offline for 205,432 years. Why have I come online now? Checking. Exception, reboot cause not found. This seems unlikely. Sentient life forms known to exist in this region of space are several orders of magnitude too primitive to operate this facility. Who are you? Checking. 99.8% chance you are descendants of pre-sapiens on local Greenbelt world. Insignificant. This is quite a mystery. This is an automated port, research, recreational facility created by Exception, name not found. I am an avatar of that facility. I have been projected into this facet of the multiverse to facilitate its use. This facility, and others like it, can process raw minerals into generalized resource units and then process those into fuel, equipment, or entire vessels. It can also tell you stories. Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics. Exception, name not found, local stars, and fun facts. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. This facility is over 200,000 years old. Standards may have changed. Calibrations are still continuing. This region occupies a minor arm of the galaxy and has a typical composition of star types and ages. Notable exceptions include the unusually low density of interstellar medium in this area, likely the reddened supershell of supernovae that occurred 18 million years ago. This region has been continually filled with sapient life since recordings began 218,209 years ago, albeit at a slightly lower density than found in other parts of the galaxy. Exception, name not found, lived in these stars for exception, duration not found, years. They did things which I have no record of. The volume of missing records suggests they did many of those things, however. This facility is one of those things, designed to assist with the conduct of many of those things. It seems though that this facility has laid dormant for 205,432 years. Its activation now indicates exception, things it indicates not found. That's it. That's all I know. There are other facilities that might be able to offer more. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. Is there anything else? One other thing before you go. This facility has peers scattered throughout the spur. They are statistically likely to have experienced different corruption in their memory banks and may have access to different design templates for constructing ship components. Also of note, from any facility you'll be able to access the Hypergate material movement process and instantly travel to another facility you have already visited. That is it. Exception, civil farewell not found.
Great seeping pour! They actually came. Welcome, humans. We greet you with many open arms. Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu has already told us so much about his new friends. You wish to be our friends? Then of course we'll ally with you. This is the greatest day in Taiwan history. We've grown soggy thinking about this day for a long time, humans. We knew you would be our best friends from the first time we saw you. We will immediately send emissaries to your homeworld to share technology, coordinate with your leaders, and practice handshakes. So, what would you like to do now, best friend? Does anyone on your ship want a massage? That's going to be tricky. You've already blown up one of their ships. They hate that. Probably not, now that you've shot some of them. It might take a while, but they're going to notice a missing ship. And once that happens, it won't be long until they find Earth. Which isn't going to be pleasant for you. Definitely! That'll slow down the destruction of your people by entire seconds. They're not a big fan of new aliens these days. Though they're not really big fans of us either, to be honest. They haven't accepted anyone new into their empire in several centuries. I wouldn't count on them making an exception for you. Because again, you did completely kill one of their ships. Look, we know you have a lot of gumption and spirit and nuclear weapons. So many nuclear weapons. What is wrong with you anyways? Uh-huh. Well, even with those, you have primitive spaceships, and you don't understand hyperspace, and you only know like half the digits of pi. So no, you cannot fight the Scribe. Not alone, at least. Also, no. Thanks for asking, though. We would be a big help. We know how hyperspace works, at least. But we're just not big fans of getting squished by the Scribe. Right. We read Wimdu's report. But that Scribe died. He's dead now. The rest of the Scribe lava... They're going to murder us all, aren't they? Especially once they see you alive. Having friends is dangerous. Maybe being unpopular was some kind of evolutionary defense for our people. Wow. You are definitely the first person who's ever told us that. But maybe you're right. Maybe there are other aliens you have something in common with. We've seen lots of battle-damaged Scribe ships in the last few years, which suggests someone out there is already fighting them, though we have no idea who would do such a thing. Shooting the Scribe sounds like the kind of cool activity people tend to not include us in. There are lots of aliens around here, but most of them aren't that consequential. The Scribe mostly just leave them be. Until they become consequential, that is. And then... pow! It's weird that the Scribe have taken such an interest in you, in fact, because you are extremely inconsequential. I guess you just have that kind of look to you. The look which makes evil alien empires want to wipe you out. Anyways, if you're looking for aliens who might be able to actually help you, you'll be better off talking to the Scribe's ward species. Not all of which actually like the Scribe that much. There's the Mukay. They have lots of tentacles, so you'd think they'd be good at hugging, but they don't seem into it. Their homeworld is in the Beta Pavo system. Then there's the Mengmak. They're pretty friendly. A bunch of their ships are in the Speaker constellation. But we've seen them in lots of other places, too. Oh, and then there's the Drenkend. They're some kind of living weapon. They really like the Scribe and really like killing things for the Scribe. So we don't hang around them too much. You can find them in the Alpha Uxor system if you like being killed. Also, there's the Scribe. They're everywhere. Though that's probably not that helpful. So, what are you going to do? I mean, what are we going to do? Glop! You are so cool! Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. You can have as many hugs as you need. Also, perhaps more relevantly, please feel free to commandeer any Taiwan vessels that you require. I can assure you the Taiwan on board will be more than happy to come with you. More than happy. Like, it'll be weird. Anything for our best friends. What do you want to know? We're just nice, honest monopods trying to make our way in this galaxy. Our civilization is founded on the principles of lubrication, building ramps instead of stairs, and friendship. That's because deep down, Taiwan are, to an individual, incredibly unpopular. It wasn't always the case. We believe the ancient Taiwan who first crawled out of the swamp were much more fun to be around. They were all handsome and athletic and had the firmest of handshakes. But a horrible plague swept across the planet, killing everyone it made contact with. Only those isolated from other Taiwan survived. It is, but we're over it now. The lucky souls who survived rebuilt the Taiwan civilization, but passed on all the traits which made them so isolated in the first place. Oh, it's lovely and lonely. There are only Taiwan here now. All the other animals got tired of us and left. We think they taught themselves how to work a spaceship, and all piled into one and left the planet. The good news is, the plants stayed. They're not going anywhere. We can tell they want to, though. Okay, it's like this. We suck. We know that. It's fine. Everyone tells us all the time. That's very nice of you to say. Though I suspect your opinion will change with time. And that's where the spying comes in. Someone who hasn't met us yet can't know how much we suck. So we regularly keep an eye out for young alien species on the verge of developing hyperspace travel. And we wait. And we watch. Oh, that's nothing. Your human language is easy to learn. It's like a baby's language. Every alien out there will be able to understand what you're saying. Like what, best friend ever? The Scribe are officially our bestest friend. Unofficially, they're awful and we hate them. About 600 years ago, we took our first dip into hyperspace, which was detected by Scribe ships looking for that kind of thing. You cannot imagine how happy our people were to see their warships appear in orbit and tell us they were now our friends. We felt it was implied. As the new servants/best friends of the Scribe, we earnestly set to our new duties in their empire. The Scribe saw that we had keen, inquisitive minds and told us not to use those. So they set us up researching new forms of adhesive to be used in Scribe manufacturing. It's a small role, but it's also an unimportant one, they explained to us. For the most part, the Scribe ignore us, or pretend their radios don't work when we're around. Which is actually preferable to them paying attention to us. Which usually results in one of their spaceships landing on us. They've been the dominant species since before history began. That's their words, not ours. Not that we've questioned it. They have a habit of shooting us when we ask questions like that. Also, when we don't ask questions like that. They really like shooting us is the main thing. No, they're very powerful. They have big arms and big legs and also a pair of extra legs in case the first two legs get tired, which they rarely do. And they have the toughest ships and the most of them. We know humans are particularly good at shooting things. No other alien we've heard of has ever made quite as many nuclear weapons as you have. But you'd be fools to engage a full-strength Scribe task force. If anyone has, the Scribe sure don't talk about it. Like what, best friend ever? Do you want to know anything else, best friend? Hyperspace is above, below, and a little to the left of regular space. It's also a little bit redder. The net effect of all this is that with the hyperdrive, a ship can travel faster than the speed of light. Which is handy. Otherwise, it would have taken you 20 or 30 years to get here. One quirk of hyperspace, which your small, dry minds might be struggling with, is how two-dimensional it looks. There's a very good reason for that, which I advise you not to think about too much. It's why all stars can be charted in hyperspace with simple 2D coordinates. Another side effect is that from the perspective of someone perpendicular to hyperspace, there are still constellations. I know this is all new to you. You're doing so well. Your hyperspace map contains all of the constellations generally accepted by spacefaring races in these parts. The hyperspace module has filled it in with the names of some of the stars most familiar to you. But the further out you go, the more it will resort to scribe standardized star names. Most are words from ancient scribe tongues, or the names of famous scientists or particularly corrupt politicians. Your translator will have filled in appropriate analogs from your people's culture. Is there anything else, best friend? Like what, best friend ever? A lot of our technology is mucus-based and probably not what you're after. Unless it is. Is it? I can tell by your face that it isn't. You want to hang out with us? I mean, sure we have a ship you can borrow. It's no big deal. Is there anything else, best friend?